Man, oh man, has Riyadh season outdone themselves. I believe this is the best card of to date, but I really don't think this is going to be the best card ever. I'm pretty sure there's gonna be bigger cards later, because you know how the Saudis do. Everything gets bigger and bigger, and they got an unlimited amount of money. It's not like the PBC, where the PBC is run by music and the Riyadh season is run by oil. See, music is only a specific amount of people listening to a certain type of music. But guess what? If the whole oil in the whole world runs out, America and the whole world does not evolve. It does not work. But before Riyadh season came up, I believe the PBC was throwing some of the best events, even though Golden Boy, Top Rank, and Matchroom also threw some great events as well. But the PBC seemed like they was leading the way, just like Hot Wheels. But as of right now, it does seem that Riyadh season is actually throwing the best boxing events, having the best fight the best at their best. And right now, we're gonna have a great card. But the PBC is trying to follow suit. But the difference between the PBC and Riyadh season is that Riyadh season has a lot of money to make these fights happen, and the PBC is just throwing their top level fighters against mediocre fighters, because I believe they are forced to do that because they don't have a budget, just a distribution deal, and they only have 12 events a year. So I believe they're forcing all these fighters to fight on the same day. Now that we talked about the salad, let's get to the meat and potatoes. Okay, well, Riyadh season is throwing the best event of today. It's gonna have Vergilortiz versus Jerome Boots Ennis, and that fight is gonna be amazing. It has been in the works for many years now. Vergilortiz was supposed to fight Mantis and Stanionis, but he was not able to make 147. And actually, Eddie Hearn tried to make the fight between Boots Ennis and Vergilortiz for 147, which we all know Vergilortiz almost died trying to make weight at 147. So I believe Eddie Hearn is trying to drain Vergilortiz. Now, I'm really looking forward to all 5 cards, but I'm really looking forward to the most underrated fight in the event. It's gonna be Daniel Dubois versus Joseph Parker. I cannot wait for that fight to happen, because both of these guys have proven they both fell down and picked themselves back up, and they made a name for themselves. They became champions, and I just cannot wait to watch this fight happen. And another fight I was really looking forward to, but it got canceled. It was SHAKURSTEVENSON versus William El Camarón Cepeda. Now, both of these guys were already trying to lock horns before, but a lot of stuff happened in the way of making this fight, and everybody believed this fight was gonna happen. But William Cepeda just fought Farmer, and he actually beat Farmer, but it was a very close competitive fight. And actually, William Cepeda got his hand injured, so he had to pull out the fight, and it forced SHAKURSTEVENSON to face none other than Kid Austin, Floyd Schofield. And I am pretty sure the whole boxing world is actually looking forward to Artur Beterbiev versus Dimitri Bivol 2, the rematch. And so am I, but I'm looking forward for Parker versus Daniel Dubois more, because we already seen Dimitri Bivol versus Beterbiev, and it was a great fight, don't get me wrong. A lot of people actually ish on the fight because they thought it was a close fight, guys. It was a close fight, and they say robbery. How could it be a robbery when it's a close fight? And I swear, Riyadh season has been doing a great job throwing these big events, and what a time to be a boxing fan. Nobody else in the past got these type of fights back to back. And shout out to Riyadh season. They're doing a great job for boxing. So is Jake Paul. I just don't like him fighting really old fighters. But shout out to Jake Paul. But I still fight Jake Paul. I ain't scared of that fool. But I'm pretty sure one of the best fights that everybody wants to see in this card is gonna be Vergilortiz versus Boots Ennis. Now, like we said in the beginning of the video, this fight was already supposed to happen a long time ago, but a lot of stuff happened in the way, and Vergilortiz cannot make 147. And Boots Ennis is bigger than Virgil Ortiz. So this fight is going to be taking place at 154. At 147, I do not give Virgil Ortiz any chance to beating Boots Ennis. But both Virgil Ortiz and Boots Ennis had poor performances in their last fight. So it's still going to be a 50-50 fight. Even though I do know that Boots Ennis will be a lot stronger at 154. So it'll probably be 45-55. But Virgil Ortiz is still a live dog in this fight. This is a great event, but I think the fight that is premature is Floyd Schofield versus Shakur Stevenson. Shakur Stevenson is already seasoned, and I'm pretty sure he can fight Tank if they made the fight today. But Floyd Schofield, I still think he needs more marination, and he still needs to grow as a fighter, because he is lacking on some stuff and some defense, and he actually did not look that good in his last fight. How do you think he's gonna look against Shakur Stevenson, a guy that nobody can really hit? This is gonna be a great event, but who knows? What if Schofield like shocks the world, just like Leon Spinks beat Muhammad Ali, and Leon Spinks only has 6 fights. So I mean, I seen like stranger stuff, but for the masses, I do believe that Shakur Stevenson beats Floyd Schofield. Hey, but guess what? I ain't the biggest, I'm the baddest. And if you want to help out your boy, throw $1 at the super things. I gotta roll. Peace.